For more than 3 decades, Nicole Kidman has been one of the most fascinating figures in Hollywood. She is known as one of the most talented actresses of her generation, a performer capable of transforming into almost any character, a star whose personal life has often been as dramatic as the movies she appears in, but behind the fame, awards, and glamorous red carpets lies a complex and surprising story. How did a shy girl born far from Hollywood become one of the most respected actresses in the film industry? Why has her personal life often dominated global headlines? And what makes Nicole Kidman such a unique figure in modern cinema? Let's explore her extraordinary journey. Nicole Mary Kidman was born on June 20th, 1967 in Honolulu. Although she was born in the United States, her family was Australian. Her parents soon moved back to Sydney, where she spent most of her childhood. Her father, Anthony Kidman, was a respected psychologist and academic. Her mother, Janelle Kidman, worked as a nursing instructor and women's rights advocate. Because of her parents' professions, Nicole grew up in a home where education and culture were deeply valued. However, as a child, she was extremely shy. In fact, Kidman has often said that she struggled with social anxiety during her early years. Ironically, acting became the thing that helped her overcome that fear. Nicole first became interested in acting when she was a teenager. She began attending drama classes at the prestigious Australian Theatre for Young People. There she discovered something that would change her life forever. On stage, she felt confident. For the first time, she felt free to express emotions that she normally kept hidden. Her teachers quickly noticed her talent. She possessed an unusual combination of qualities: emotional intensity, elegance, natural screen presence. It became clear that she had the potential to become a professional actress. Kidman began acting in Australian films and television in the early 1980s. One of her earliest notable films was BMX Bandits, although the movie itself was lighthearted and aimed at younger audiences. It introduced Kidman to the film industry. Soon she began receiving more serious roles in Australian cinema. Her performances attracted attention for their emotional depth. At this point, however, Hollywood was still very far away. But everything would change when she starred in a thriller that captured international attention. In 1989, Kidman starred in the suspense film Dead Calm. The movie was a psychological thriller set on a yacht in the middle of the ocean. Kidman's performance was powerful and intense. Hollywood producers quickly took notice. The film made it clear that she was capable of handling serious, dramatic roles. Soon after, she began receiving offers from American studios. Her career was about to enter an entirely new phase. One of the biggest turning points in her life came when she starred alongside Tom Cruise. In the 1990 film Days of Thunder, the chemistry between them was undeniable. Soon after filming, they began a relationship. Within a year, they were married. Their marriage became one of the most talked about celebrity relationships in the world. For more than a decade, Kidman and Cruise were considered Hollywood royalty. But their relationship would eventually become one of the most shocking celebrity breakups in Hollywood history. During the late 1990s and early 2000s, Kidman began choosing more challenging roles. Two films in particular changed how the world viewed her talent. Moulin Rouge. The Hours. Her performance as Virginia Woolf in The Hours was especially remarkable. She underwent a dramatic physical transformation and delivered an emotionally devastating performance. In 2003, she won the Academy Award for Best Actress. At that moment, Nicole Kidman officially became one of Hollywood's most respected performers. One of Kidman's greatest strengths has been her ability to reinvent herself. Throughout her career, she has starred in many different genres: psychological thrillers, romantic dramas, historical films, television series. She later gained renewed acclaim with shows like Big Little Lies. The series became a cultural phenomenon and introduced her to a new generation of viewers. Kidman's personal life has always attracted enormous attention. After her divorce from Tom Cruise in 2001, she spent several years focusing primarily on her career. Later, she married country music star Keith Urban. Their relationship has often been described as one of Hollywood's most stable marriages. Despite the intense scrutiny of fame, Kidman has managed to maintain a relatively private family life. Today, Nicole Kidman is considered one of the most influential actresses of modern cinema. Her career spans more than 40 years, dozens of critically acclaimed films, numerous awards and nominations. But perhaps her greatest achievement is her willingness to take risks. She has never been afraid to choose challenging roles. That courage is what has allowed her to remain relevant in an industry that constantly changes. Nicole Kidman's story is one of persistence, reinvention, and artistic courage. From a shy girl in Australia to a global Hollywood icon, her journey proves that talent combined with determination can lead to extraordinary success. And even after decades in the spotlight, Nicole Kidman continues to surprise audiences around the world. There are several big topics being discussed in Hollywood right now regarding Nicole Kidman. She's been back in the spotlight in recent weeks, both because of her career and her private life. New series, Scarpita, Arling Arlo. Kidman's biggest project right now is the new crime series, Scarpetti. The series premiered on Prime Video on March 11, 2026. Kidman plays Dr. Kay Scarpetta, a renowned forensic pathologist. The story revolves around a serial killer investigation. The series became one of the most talked about series of 2026, particularly due to its dark atmosphere, forensic theme, and strong acting. Her divorce from Keith Urban. The biggest tabloid story in recent months has been her divorce. Kidman separated from Keith Urban, with whom she was married for approximately 19 years in 2025, and the divorce was formalized in 2026. After the divorce, she said she would continue to live in Nashville. She explained that she was focusing on her children and stated that she was not in a hurry to start a new relationship. Therefore, the press is constantly reporting with headlines such as Kidman's new life. New projects. Kidman is also working on several new projects. Planned projects. Practical Magic 2. Margot's Got Money Troubles. A new A24 series, Project Discretion. Thanks to these projects, she will be on screen again heavily in the 2026 to 2027 period. His appearance at the 2026 Oscar ceremony, Kidman was also in the spotlight this week at the Academy Awards ceremony. He served as a presenter at the ceremony. He wore a striking Chanel dress. His appearance on the red carpet went viral on social media. He was also with Ewan McGregor at the ceremony. They reunited on stage for the 25th anniversary of the film Moulin Rouge. Personal life. Kidman is currently spending time with her 2 daughters, continuing to live in Nashville, focused on her career. She often says in interviews, "Right now, the most important things in my life are my family and the work I do." In summary, Nicole Kidman is currently in the spotlight with her new series, Scarpette, focusing on a new life after her divorce from Keith Urban, preparing for new films and series, and is making headlines on social media with her appearance at the Oscars. From ashes to legend, every story has a rhythm. You just have to listen deeply.